watch these games and enjoy the action with us. We want to give a huge shout out for all of you, because without all of you, Carroll Merchants baseball wouldn't be what it is today. It wouldn't even exist, quite literally. Next pitch from Little John is going to be high yet again. Going to bring up ball number 2. We had a very sincere request to bring in some of the what do you want to say? I mentioned to the host family, so we're more than happy to do that. Next pitch from Little John's going to be outside yet again. Going to bring up ball number 3. And again, even for some of these folks like Chase Gotza, who lives in Hawaii, quite far away, you can't watch him. So that's going to be ball number 4 for Chase Gotza, going to advance him to first base. And as I was saying, this, as I was saying, these host families and the family members, it takes a lot of courage to all of these guys to go to an unknown place and play baseball for a whole summer. It's an experience for these kids, but, obviously missing home sometimes. And we're fortunate enough to allow you guys to watch the game and enjoy it. Pitch from Little John's going to be just good for strike number 1. Again, we got Chase Costa on first, Ryan Booth on second. Pitch from Little John, going to be just on the ball outside, ball number 1. Next pitch from Little John. It's going to be called a strike. Don't know if that would have been it, but nonetheless, 1-2 count now. Sorry about that, fans. We had someone in the way. I was just trying to get the fan out of the way of my shot, so sorry about that. Pitch from Little John. Swung on and missed for Ty Hansen. So a very unfortunate turn of events for the Merchants here in the top of the 7th. Ooh, undo. Goodness me, oh my. So, as I was saying, an unfortunate turn of events here for the Carroll Merchants and the top of the 7th, the top of the 7th inning. And now we're going to bring on the bottom of the 7th inning here in this 9-inning game, and we'll continue action here in just a little bit. But first, a word from our corporate sponsors.
19 Merchant corporate sponsors are Merchant Park Concession, Kick 106.7, KCIM 1380 92.5, 93.7 KKRL. And now, on to the broadcast booth.
Welcome back, Merchants fans, to the Carroll Merchants Facebook and YouTube pages. We are here live, or as you're watching, pre-recorded in Fort Dodge, Iowa. The Carroll Merchants are going up against the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners, and currently your score 10-5 in favor of the Gypsum Miners. Your Merchants are down a couple of scores here coming into the bottom of the 7th inning, but nothing that they haven't clawed back from before. They were down only 7-5, but unfortunately the Gypsum Miners able to rattle off a couple of runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. So let's see what the defense could do here in the bottom of the 7th inning. They've been a little consistent. They have been consistent so far. Not so many runs scored since Joey Hudson has been on the mound, but fortunately they have not. The score is still doable. Still doable with 5. Can't say it's extremely easy to get back to 5 runs, but certainly doable here in Fort Dodge. Pitch from Joey Hudson to start off the bottom of the 7th inning. He's going to be just low. Going to bring up ball number 1. Again, I want to thank all of the individuals who make this trip possible here for the for us Carroll Merchants individuals. We have a lot of people that have a lot of work put in. All of the volunteers and the owner, of course, Donnie Roberts. Want to thank him for driving us up to some of these games and being here and enjoying the action with us. It's great to see him here as well and enjoy the game. And that's going to be chopped on over to foul ball territory. Going to bring up strike number 1. We put in a lot of work during and before and after the season to make sure that you guys have the best experience possible so you can watch your Carroll Merchants. So I just want to thank all the volunteers for allowing me to be here, allowing all these Merchants fans to be here, and allowing Merchants baseball to be alive and well today. It's Joey Hudson now faced with a 2-1 count. No outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's see what happens. Pitch from Hudson. It's going to be hit on over to middle field. And that will be a base hit for Eduardo Nogueira. So now we're going to bring on Americo Luis to the plate. So a good hit, a good base hit by Eduardo Nogueira here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And this seems to be some of the issues as these innings become longer and longer for the Merchants. It's because of some very good hitting by this Fort Dodge team. Pitch by Hudson, going to be good. Strike number 1. And if Hudson can stay consistent at pitching and consistently pitch these good strikes, this team could get the momentum back in their favor and hopefully turn that momentum into the offense and into runs. Hudson taking his time, going to be hit over to left field, and it's up, and it looks like, yes, a good grab by Tate Johnson. Wow, it looked like that was going very far, but fortunate enough, it did not. It stayed in, and that will be the catch. That'll be a catch by Tate Johnson to get out number 1.
Now to bat left fielder, number 26.
I was getting a little concerned by that hit. It was very, very close to the home run territory, but fortunate enough, Tate Johnson able to get that one. He's going to bring on Jamie Young to the plate. 1 out now recorded for these Merchants defense. As Joey Hudson now facing off against his next batter. That's going to be popped up into foul ball territory right behind my head. I'm always trying to keep my eye on these foul balls as, again, I'm like right in front of the action. And if one lands on my computer or some of this fancy equipment that we have, of course, brought to you by Johnson Communications, I might be in trouble. So, Joey Hudson now faced with an 0-1 count. Pitch, going to be good for strike number 2. And now Hudson getting some of that momentum in his favor. I'd like to see that here. Hudson going to shake his head, going to talk non-verbally with his catcher, Mike Wallace. The one relationship that's taken for granted here in baseball is the catcher and the pitcher. The one relationship that's crucial. That's going to be swung on and missed. Oh, good strikeout for Joey Hudson. They're going to keep the hopes alive here.
Now at the plate, second baseman, number 5, Adam Thompson.
Adam Thompson here. So now we're going to bring on Adam Thompson. 2 outs now for the Carroll Merchants. It's Joey Hudson. First pitch going to be counted as a ball. I'm going to pull up the stats real quick currently. See how many strikeouts Hudson has. As far as I'm concerned, he has 3. So Hudson very good so far in this game. And now the next pitch from Hudson. Going to be a way outside. Almost on the next planet. It's going to be ball number 2. That's again Mr. Eduardo Nogueira on first base. Nick Stupel kind of in front of him. He's going to keep his foot on the bag, trying to get him out at first. But let's see what Hudson does with 2 balls now. Pitch outside yet again. Going to bring up the 3rd ball. Wants to be careful not to walk this runner. It's a situation that they found themselves in tonight. A lot of the runs scored by the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners early on were due to walks. So we don't want to see this happen. Now Joey Hudson faced with a 3-0 pitch. Let's see what happens. Here comes the heater. It's going to be low. And that's going to be ball number 4. It's going to advance Eduardo Nogueira to second. And I'll get Thompson to first.
Next up to bat, right fielder, number 14, Drew Demers.
So now here comes Drew Demers for the And here we go. It looks like we're going to get a new pitcher here for tonight as Joey Hudson's night is done. Very impressive night here tonight. I'll pull up his stats real quick as we'll get the new pitcher out. So Joey Hudson here tonight. 4 6/7 inning pitched. He faced 24 batters, threw 41 balls, 53 strikes, and had 94 pitches. He did allow 3 runs, and he had an ERA of 5.79. And he did have 3 strikeouts. So I was correct. 3 strikeouts for Mr. Joey Hudson. And we're going to bring on an unconventional pitcher here tonight. So we bring on number 4, Andrew Fay. So now Andrew Fay's going to take up the pitching position. We'll get the shortstop position. We'll see who's coming out for that one here soon. Might be Tate Johnson. I can't see for sure who's at shortstop, but pitching change now at Andrew Fay. Usually Andrew Fay, as we know, at second or at shortstop, and now he's going to be pitching here tonight. What a change of events. So fans, we hope you are enjoying this broadcast so far here today as the Carroll Merchants versus the Fort Dodge Gibson Miners are, as someone's adjusting camera, sorry about that. Our camera is in a different position than than I am right now. It is doing wirelessly through my Google Pixel. Sorry about that. Someone bumped into it. No problem. No worries. We're still here. So we're going to get a confirmed number for shortstop. I can't see. Believe. Might be number 16, Reese Snyder. Again, not 100% sure of who it is. Hopefully no here. Ooh, did not see.
Merchants, number 4, Andrew Fay.
So again, I'll get that confirmed shortstop here in just a little bit, folks. But Andrew Fay up on the mound here tonight, in the bottom of the 7th inning. Again, 2 outs now recorded. So hopefully, only 2 runners on base now. Again, Eduardo Noguera on second, and Adam Thompson on first. So this inning looking to get over quickly with Andrew Fay on the mound. Again, a very interesting pitching change for the Carroll Merchants here tonight. Pitch from Andrew Fay. It's going to be swung on and missed. And we go after strike number 1. You know, sometimes getting a new arm from now and again is good to get. You know, sometimes you don't want to waste the arm. And with Andrew Fay mostly playing shortstop, it is a good change. Pitch is going to be good for strike number 2. 2 quick strikes for Andrew Fay in his at-mound appearance. And will he get a strikeout? Let's see. Fay going to take some time. Here comes a pitch. That's going to be hit on over to foul ball territory. Going to hit through the tree. Andrew Fay going to take some time. Again, runners on first and second. Back not too far against the wall. Pitch from Andrew Fay. No, it will be outside for ball number 1. 1-2 count now for Andrew Fay. So I believe number 16, Reese Snyder, switched him positions. He is now at the shortstop position. You know, Andrew Fay with the 1-2 count with 2 outs, looking to close out this inning. That's going to be hit on over to foul ball territory. And it will not be so. And it'll be a foul ball. That'll bring Demers back. 1-2 is still the count. Well, it's 2 outs for Andrew Fay, the new pitcher, the 4th pitcher tonight for the Carroll Merchants. And Joey Hudson throwing very respectably here tonight. But was relieved of his duties. Want to keep his arm nice and limber for the next game, maybe. That pitch is going to be a little bit high for Andrew Fay. That's going to be ball number 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. So Andrew Fay now with the pitch. That's going to be chopped on over. It's to fair. No, it'll be a fair ball. Here comes number 24, Edwin Aguirre, and he will be safe. A Adam Thompson single will get Drew Demers home, and that'll be an RBI single for Drew Demers.
Now at the plate, first baseman number 20, Sam Kimmerly.
So now we have Adam Thompson on first, Drew Demers on first, Adam Thompson on second. Another runner scored. That means score is now 11-5 in favor of the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners. Pitch from Fay, good at first strike number 1. And now they really need to get this bottom of the 7th inning done quick if they want to keep their hopes alive for this game. Here's the next pitch from Fay. It's going to be almost hit Fay. And good. And there we go. That'll be the quick out. And that will be on number 3. And that will thankfully get, let's see. So that was the last and third out of the 7th inning. And now we go into the 8th inning. And, well, the Carroll Merchants have one last very good shot at tying up this game here tonight. As well, if they get to the bottom of the 8th inning and they don't score, it's going to be an interesting game. And, of course, we'll get to the pitching duties for the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners coming into the top of the 8th inning. Score still stands 11-5. And of course, the hometown team will be able to potentially close out this game in the 9th inning. The Carroll Merchants will have one more chance, or 2 more chances at glory, excuse me. Of course, with the 8th inning and the 9th inning, they'll have a couple more chances to try their hands and try to get this lead cracked down just a little bit, but it's looking like it's a little in favor of the Gypsum Miners at this point. And as we continue to play, let's take a look at some of the stats so far here tonight, brought to you by Johnston Communications. And right now at batting, the clear overall winner, Mike Wallace. Right now, 4 plate appearances, 4 at-bats, 3 hits, and 2 RBIs, and a stolen base for Mr. Mike Wallace. And Andrew Fay with a stolen base. Or, excuse me, Nick Supel with, where's the stolen base? There we go. But so far here tonight, very good. Not too shabby for the Carroll Merchants. Sorry I didn't get into too many of the stats there, folks. But we are going to continue play here in Fort Dodge, Iowa. We're going to bring on Chase Corton to the plate. And let's get it going. Corton, the pitch from Little John is, excuse me, not Little John, but that is going to be number 5, it looks like. That is going to be number 5, Adam Thompson, now pitching. He has 2 balls now. And number 24, 25. Looks like number 25, Brock Salier, taking second base duties. That last pitch is going to be high again, and that's going to get Chase Corton to first base. That's, again, Adam Thompson, number 5, going to pitching duties now is Blake Salier, number 25, taking second base duties.
Merchants, number 18, Tate Johnson.
Now Tate Johnson will make his way to the plate. That first pitch is going to be low again, ball number 1. The fifth ball thrown by Adam Thompson. You kind of think if Fort Dodge made the right decision here and switching pitchers. Well, as I get that, I eat, and so does Tate Johnson eats a strike. 1-1 count now for Adam Thompson. Score still stands 11-5 at the top of the 8th inning. Pitch from Thompson. Going to be good for strike number 2. Now we have a 1-2 count. This Merchants team trying to live off fumes at this point with Chase Corton on first. Next pitch. That's going to be swung on and missed for Tate Johnson. Now it'll be strike number 3. It's kind of like wishing for a pony for Christmas and never getting a pony. It's an unfortunate turn of events. Now we're going to bring on number 3, Mike Wallace, to the plate. Mike Wallace has a chance to get it going here for this Merchants team. Pitch for Wallace is going to be popped up to middle field, and it, well, looks like it's going to be the same old, over to Jose Guillen Jr. for out number 2. Again, like a homing missile over to center fielder. And that'll hold up Chase Corton at first. 2 very quick outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Now we have Andrew Fay up to bat. Holding on to his shoestring now. As the pitch from Thompson. Going to be outside for ball number 1. Andrew Fay has almost the fate of the Merchants here in his hands. Something some would say is stressful, but on the other hand, you never know. Fay's going to take his time, as is the pitcher, Adam Thompson. Snow Thompson takes more time. That's going to be a pitch, but Chase Corton, thankfully, going to get over to second base. So now Thompson going to take his time, going to look over at the now on second base, Chase Corton. That's going to be good for strike number 1. I believe the count does stand 2-1, but could be wrong on that one. I guess we'll find out here in a little bit. Thompson looking back over to Corton a couple times. Pitch, hit on over to first baseman, and Fay is gunning it. No. Fay with all of the gas he can in the gasket, but will not be enough, and will get out at first base. He's going to throw his gear down in anger, and, well, that'll end the top of the 8th inning. And, well, as we get into the bottom of the 8th inning, this Merchants team needs to close out this inning very quickly. We'll stay here for the last few breaks that we have here in Fort Dodge because this game is going to get interesting. Right now, the Carroll Merchants down 11-5. They have 2 more shots at glory, once on the offense and once on the defense, and we'll see what happens here. This, as I said right before, this Merchants defense needs to get their action going. And, well, we'll get number 18 is now there.
All right, our last couple of giveaways we're not playing, so we drew a couple new tickets. If yours match, you can come on up and get your prize. First thing we're giving away is the Tico dinner at Taco Tico.
Just going to get confirmed who's at left field now. So sorry about the Sounds fans, but we'll be right back.
And for a free ice cream cyclone treat at J Mars, last 3 digits are 5, 2, and 9.
All right, sorry about that, Merchants fans. Just trying to get something confirmed. So now I have the official lineup for you guys on defense. Pitching, of course, is Andrew Fay. Replacing him was Tate Johnson. And replacing the left fielder, Christopher Kristofiak. Usually a pitcher for the Merchants, but playing some left field action tonight on the complete opposite kind of place for a defense. But nonetheless, we'll get it going here. The bottom of the 8th inning. Fort Dodge, of course, leading the Carroll Merchants 11-5. And as I said all game long, this road Merchants team is very different than their home team. You know, obviously, it's the same group of players, but a little bit different vibe I get from both of these. Pitch from Andrew Fay. Very good for strike number 1. And as I said before, when you watch a game between the Merchants on the road and at home, it's two very different teams that we see. We see a very good team at home, and on the road, you know, stuff like this happens. So we don't know what the winning formula is, as Sam Kimmerly swings and misses. Actually, excuse me, this is not Sam Kimmerly. This is number 4. Number 4, Nate Dolman, is actually taking the mound, or taking the plate. Pitch from Andrew Fay, going to be a little high. Good for ball number 1. So Nate Dolman taking the place of the last place, and we'll get on number 6, it looks like. Jose Guillen Jr. up to bat, and number 11 will take his place after that. Andrew Fay here with the pitch. It's going to be hit on back over to foul ball territory. Counts will still stand at 1-2. As I said before we got into this inning, the Carroll Merchants and Andrew Fay are going to have to make very quick work of this Fort Dodge offense. They want to get back on the plate and get some runs scored, unless it's just going to be game over for them. Down 6 runs coming into the top of the 9th inning. Pitch from Andrew Fay. That's going to be good for ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Andrew Fay. No runners on base quite yet. As I've said, the usual, Fay gonna throw strike 3. And he's out. Number 4, Nate Dolman can't really think of it, but it will be strike number 3, and that'll be out number 1.
Up next to the plate, center fielder number 6, Jose Guillen Jr.
So the number 6, Jose Guillen Jr. going to be taking the plate now with 1 out. Down 6 runs. Well, it's going to feel like you're climbing up Mount Everest with no kind of gear whatsoever. And well, let's see if they can do it here. First, pitch is going to be swung on, missed by Guillen Jr. Strike number 1 for Andrew Fay. Fay sort of impressive here on his plate appearance, on his mound appearance. Let's see if he can continue the good luck. Pitch by Fay is going to be hit on back over to foul ball territory. That's going to be strike number 2, making very quick work of this Fort Dodge offense as they needed to. We've hit already the 3.5-hour mark of this broadcast. Very, very long broadcast here today. The first couple of innings took a little bit, but nonetheless, we are here. And we are going to keep going until this game is known. Andrew Fay going to take time. Here comes the pitch. That's over again to foul ball territory. And here come the young fans, going to go run and grab that foul ball. And now pitch from Andrew Fay. That's going to be hit on over to left center field. Can they get there? Yes, it will. They won't get there, but here comes Guillen Jr., the second base, and that'll be a double. A base hit double for Guillen Jr. And Fort Dodge is not going to go down without a fight. Going to keep on getting those hits in.
Following up Guillen Jr.'s double, third baseman number 18, Jackie Jimenez.
So Jackie Jimenez coming up next to the plate. Again, Jose Guillen Jr. hitting a very nice double out to center field. And again, this Fort Dodge team is saying, well, you want to play? Let's play. First pitch from Fay to Jimenez is going to be good for strike number 1. Andrew Fay going to take some time, talk with Mike Wallace. And here comes the next pitch from Fay. Going to go back over to Guillen Jr. for a little bit. Pitch swung on and missed for strike number 2. So Fay needs to be a little bit careful when it comes to this point in the game. Runner on second in scoring position isn't what they need right now. Already down 11-5 and 6 runs. It's a lot of makeup work they have to have in this next half inning. That's going to be swung on and missed by Jimenez. And that will bring up out number 2. And that's going to bring on Sam Kimmerly. He is 1 for 4 tonight, was struck out twice, had a fly out, and, well, just for good measure, he did hit a home run. Or, excuse me, Eddie Noguera is up next, number 24. Excuse me, wrong individual. I'll get that right here. So, Eddie Noguera up to bat. He is 1 for 4 tonight. He had a fly out, he was walked, struck out, had a ground out, and hit a single. So let's see if Faye can work off of that and potentially strike him out here. First pitch is going to be good for strike number 1. Andrew Faye making sure his team stays in high spirits and hopefully brings up this defensive momentum into the offense. Here comes the next pitch from Faye. That's going to be hit on over to left center field. And no one will get there. And that's going to bring home Eduardo Noguera to home. That'll be an RBI single for Eduardo Noguera.
Pulling up Noguera's RBI, designated hitter number 31, Mirko Luis.
No. Number 21, Jason Fierez is up next to bat. As that first pitch from Faye is going to be good for strike number 1. So now Jason Fierez, his first time at bat here tonight, getting his chance in the limelight as the Gypsum Miners just keep adding those pillowy, nice scores. Now is up 12-5, up 7 runs now. That's going to be swung on and.
My apologies. Currently at the plate, number 31, Jason Ferreras.
So Jason Ferreras. As Andrew Faye now has 2 strikes. 1 from an actual strike and 1 from a foul. And now with 2 outs. Need to get this inning over, get this bottom of the 8th inning over so that they can get back on plate for one last chance at glory with being down 7 runs. Now Andrew Faye going to size up his opponent with a runner on first, Eduardo Noguera. Pitch is going to be way outside, and that's going to get Noguera to second base. He's going to get Noguera to second base off a wild pitch. And again, another runner in scoring position for the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners. Faye just needs to make one last strike and get this inning over. He's going to look over to Noguera, and that's going to be hit on over to foul ball. Looked to be on the foul ball line, but that'll be called a foul ball by the umpire. Faye going to look back over to Noguera. And take some time. Faye now with the pitch. That's going to be hit on over to third baseman. And will he get there? No. Goodness me, oh my. From third base, he will not get there. Goodness, that's going to be an RBI double for Jason Ferreras. Goodness me, oh my. So an RBI double by Jason Ferreras.
Following up Jason's RBI, number 26.
That's going to get him home.
Jamie Young.
Oh, shit. So now we bring up the next batter, number 26, Jamie Young, to the plate. That first strike is a ball. Now the scoreboard is right, 13-5. Unfortunately, wish it was wrong, but it is correct here. 2 balls now, 0 strikes for Andrew Faye. And now the Fort Dodge Miners are even showing themselves, hey, even with 2 outs, we can still do some damage. 2 runs scored now. The future for the Merchants is looking very grim here tonight, folks. As the next pitch is going to be low again and going to bring up a 3rd ball. A very long game here tonight. Almost 8 o'clock here in Fort Dodge. Started at 4:30 tonight. Next pitch from Andrew Fay. Oh, it's going to almost hit the batter. That's going to be ball number 4, and that will advance Jamie Young to first base. I'll bring on number 5 now, Mr. Adam Thompson. So again, number 5, Adam Thompson here to the plate. We're going to get some words. Andrew Fay, his pitching duties are done for tonight. Couldn't quite close it out for tonight. And we're going to bring on, I believe it looks like number 9, Colton Dennerman. Could be wrong, but can't necessarily say who it is quite yet. We'll get a number confirmed here in just a second, but Andrew Fay's pitching duty tonight are done. Couldn't quite get it done. It might be Brandon Puckett back up to the plate or to the mound, but we'll see. We'll get a number confirmed here quick. So, can't see quite yet. It's number 24. That will be Tyler Jacobson is going to finish out the night. Couldn't see. I think he cut his hair. That might be it. It might be the kind of the confusion. He might have cut his hair a little bit. So Tyler Jacobson now to close out this inning. Number 24. Or excuse me, number 14. Oh, excuse me. That's a surprise to me. Well, looks like Mr. Ryan Booth will continue. So Ryan Booth is going to get some action here tonight at pitcher. Huh. So two individuals who usually don't pitch coming up to the mound tonight. And wow, what a change of pace. I will take that any day of the week. Now I'm going to see who is at right field for tonight. Can't really tell right now.
Next up to bat for the Gypsum Miners, number 5, Adam Thompson.
Not exactly sure who is at right field here tonight, folks, to replace Ryan Booth. But we will leave it at Andrew Fay. Don't believe it is Andrew Fay, but we'll wait and see who it is. So now, again, Adam Thompson up here to bat. Ryan Booth's first pitch is going to be good for strike number 1. Again, the potential final half inning for this Merchants team potentially coming up here. Pitch from Ryan Booth. That's going to be swung on and missed for strike number 2. And maybe Ryan Booth can close us out here for the Merchants. Again, Ryan Booth usually in the outfield, now taking his chance at the mound and doing a very good job. He might record a strikeout here tonight. Pitch from Ryan Booth. Way too high. Called it too quickly here for commentary, and that'll be ball number 1. Now 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitch from Booth. That's going to be swung on and missed. And Ryan Booth records a strikeout. Would you look at that, folks? So that is the end of the bottom of the 8th, finally, for this Merchants team. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we'll get into the, well, potential last half inning of play here in just a little bit. But first, a word from our program sponsors. We'll be back in just a little bit.
We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bloomers Bar and Grill. Echo Electronics. Roman Stephenson Son Construction. Gretaman Associates, Insurance and Real Estate. Region 12, Council of Governments. Windstar Lines. Pro Auto. United Bank of Iowa.
Welcome back, Merchants fans, to the Carroll Merchants Facebook and YouTube page here tonight for the matchup between the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners and the Carroll Merchants. And currently is a very grim picture that has been painted here tonight in Fort Dodge as the Carroll Merchants find themselves in a little bit of a pickle and in a hole as they are down 13-5 coming into the top of the 9th inning. And, well, let's see what can happen here tonight. So now here comes up Nick Supel. Can we see a little bit of a Star Wars situation? Can the underdog come back and save us in the end? Let's see what happens. Ooh, my goodness gracious. This first pitch from Adam Thompson is going to come very close to Nick Supel's face. Supel doing some Jedi moves and moving out of the way. So ball number 1 would be recorded for Adam Thompson here. Now next pitch from Thompson. Going to be good for strike number 1. The dugout and the fans here tonight for the Fort Dodgers and Miners very excited for that, but Merchants fans, not too much. Not too happy about this. Now Adam Thompson going to size up Nick Supel. Pitch. That's going to be hit over right field. And will it happen? Yes, a nice hit. That is going to get Nick Supel over to second base. And will he get there? Yes. A very good double by Nick Supel to keep the hopes alive for the Merchants. That's the kind of hitting that they need to see here at the top of the 9th inning. We've seen this Merchants teams come back from some of these deficits, get really good hits going off in the 9th inning. For some reason, it happens too late, but right now they find themselves down, if I can do math quickly, 8 runs. There we go. I can't do math that quickly with that, but first pitch is going to be just high, ball number 1. So down 8 runs here in the top of the 9th inning. Not to mention it to anybody here. I'm going to be a little bit quiet because, of course, I'm really close to the hitter or to the batters here tonight. Pitch from Thompson. It's going to be hit on over to foul ball territory as the fans bolt off. That's going to be strike number 1. So the heroes that we have here tonight, Ben Berg, Ryan Booth, Chase Costa. The next batters up for the Merchants have a chance at glory here tonight. Have a chance to either tie this up or get some runners to get the lead and continue this game. That next hit's going to be popped up out of here and going to be an anti-home run. Going to be good for foul ball. Strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And as we are almost potentially done here tonight in Fort Dodge, we want to thank all of the host families and the actual families of these players for allowing these players to be here in Carroll, Iowa, or at least here in Fort Dodge, as Ben Berg is struck out. He's going to slam his bat to the ground. And that'll be Ben Berg's last at bat tonight. Again, as I was saying, we want to thank all of the host families and actual families of these players as we have the opportunity to watch these guys play here tonight. We also want to thank all the sponsors and all the corporate program and game sponsors that allow the Merchants to play at home on our beautiful field. As Ryan Booth smacks one to middle field, but that'll be caught by Jose Guillen Jr. once again. Again, like a homing missile, as I've said 3 times again, to center fielder Jose Guillen Jr. as Nick Supel will be held up as we have Chase Costa, number 21 coming to the Krzysztofiak is on the mound or on the plate. That pitch is going to be good for strike number 1. So Christopher Krzysztofiak taking the place of Chase Costa. As he said it right, surprisingly, he did say it right, Krzysztofiak. So Krzysztofiak taking his chance at the plate. Will be good. That'll be hit on over to left field, but I can see it already. And yes, that'll be out number 3. And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is the end of the game. Your final score here from Fort Dodge, Iowa. Fort Dodgers and Miners 13, Carroll Merchants 5. And an unfortunate one here tonight as they won at home last night against Fort Dodge. Could not get it done here in Fort Dodge. We want to thank all of you for tuning in here today for this pre-recorded matchup. 3 hours, 44 minutes long. Quite a long one here tonight. And an unfortunate loss for the Carroll Merchants. Of course, the next two games, we will be home on Saturday, June 29th versus Bancroft, and we'll be home again on Sunday to go against the Storm Lake Whitecaps in a makeup game that was rained out before. My name is Tyler Bruner. I am so glad you guys could join me for today, and that has been the Carroll Merchants baseball game. Make sure that you follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, Twitter, and I'm forgetting one? Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and YouTube to follow all of the news and information regarding the Carroll Merchants. And we'll catch you guys next time on the Carroll Merchants social media. Until next time, go Merchants and drive safe. Have a fantastic night. We'll see you guys next time.